When I'm starting a new week, I do the long runs. The far I can go is 30 kilometers, and I face a lot of challenges training those long runs. You can find some dogs, they chase you up because they are not used to see people running. You find other people on the road looking after you. Some can discourage you, but I don't listen to them. I keep on my training. I do long runs to keep my body form. I can do and keep my form for a long period.
After doing the long runs in the morning, Mutile hangs out with her sister and nephew and also helps out with some household chores.
You know, in training camps, I'm used to do my training. I take a nap, I take enough rest. But when I come home, you know, it is difficult for me. After my training, I can't get enough recovery because I always help my father. I keep on doing work, so I don't rest after my trainings when I'm here at home.
Athletics has never been popular in Mutile's part of the world. The progressive county government is, however, constructing a standard 30,000-seat sports stadium. This project is just in its early stages. In the meantime, Mutile has to make do with a local open field. But before getting on with the training, she must negotiate with a local security firm and a local boys' soccer team that use the field as their training ground. Reluctantly, they leave. Since Mutile has no fancy cones, she uses shrubs and stones to mark 4 corners of the field, which she will use for her diagonal runs. In a bit, she's off. For a whole hour, Mutile will focus on this until she feels she has completed her task. Soon, it's time for a stretch and cool down. Here, there are no fancy changing rooms with mirrors. Mutile has completed her routine for the day. If it were not for the pandemic, on this day, as part of her training, Mutile wants to build up on her endurance and power. For the endurance exercise, she's running up the 14 winding hills towards Watertown, an 8-kilometer stretch of steep climb. Later on, she heads to the gym where she will work on strengthening up her muscles. She's already a professional athlete, having to mainly think of her sports discipline and how to make herself better.
Running has made a big difference in me. I have done a lot to my parents. I have my own apartments. I have a lot of plots in my village, in the nearby towns.
Athletics is just a matter of years. It's not like academic where you eat till you are to the soil. So there's time frame. So and I would encourage her to use that time well, to invest in for future benefits.
Mutile is building her next set of rental houses. About 8 units of studio apartments on the small patch of land that she bought.
You know, the most rich people I came to realize are the business people. And you know, business is all about gaining the profit. You can't lose anything. So that's why I do prefer business.
Meanwhile, young Mutile Yavi, a 13-year-old and a grade 7 student deep inside rural eastern Kenya, was only just discovering her burning passion for athletics. After 8 months of lockdown conditions, the Kenyan government has decided to ease the restrictions for some sports. For Mutile, it is the first time in many months since she last trained inside a stadium.
Today was my first time to come to Nyayo Stadium. It has been like 7 months without training in a stadium. I was just feeling the tension, you know. I just kept on training. We were training like in the morning and in the evening, and I'm really happy because I'm near my coach. We can train together. I have my teammates also, so yeah, I used to train together.
Mutile, you know, Mutile now, she's now becoming senior. She has now international athletes. She met many athletes. She has more experience than the other athletes. Mutile, she's very disciplined. I believe on her. In training, no problem with Mutile. That's why she's performing well. Mutile, you know, Mutile now, she's now becoming senior. She has now international athletes. She met many athletes. She has more experience than the other athletes. Mutile, she's very disciplined. I believe on her. In training, no problem with Mutile. That's why she's performing well.
While the athletes' focus is still on their Olympic dreams deferred, it is an uncertain wait on how they will fare when they actually participate in the Games, now firmly scheduled for June 2021.